Hello and welcome to the SC20 News Desk. I'm Michael Hakkarinen and I'm really excited to be here today with the winners for the third year in a row of the Virtual Student Cluster Comp. Welcome Team Diablo. We have team lead Chen Zhang here from the Tsinghua University in Beijing. Congratulations everybody. How do you feel about your win?
We are very happy.
Yeah,
very happy.
Excited.
Well, you put in a lot of hard work and it's very deserving, and 3 years in a row is a fantastic achievement. Chen, would you mind introducing yourself and the members of your team and tell us a little bit about what each person's role was in the win this year?
Okay, I'm Chen Zhang. I'm responsible for the CESM and HPCG. And this is Mingshu. He works with me as for the CESM, and Runxin, Jiajie, they are responsible for the reproducibility challenge, and Jiajie is also responsible for the HPL benchmark, and Zeyu, Yutian, they are responsible for the group maps, and Yutian also runs the IO 500.
Excellent. Well, congratulations to everybody. Chen, tell us a little bit about what you learned this year in your third win. What can you take away from this experience?
Actually, I have take part in the competition last year, but I didn't use the code. And this year, I have to run all the programs on the code, and I have really much. And what we learned at most is the burning of the code and the elastic of it, because we can apply for a large number of virtual machines, run a simple program, and then close them. This will use only a little money, but we can get a very high throughput.
Okay, so this year must have been very different with the conference going virtual due to the pandemic. How did your team have to pivot and adjust to these changing conditions? What did you do differently this year than in previous years?
Actually, as we all go back to school, we can prepare as the previous years. However, as the competition goes virtual, we no longer need to prepare the machines and lose some fun about the power monitoring. But we think that put all things on the code is also exciting and fun.
Okay, so I want to point out one thing a little obvious here. Cheng, it looks like you're the only female member of the team, but you're also the leader.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. What are your leadership styles?
I think I just give everyone their freedom to do what they want.
Well, excellent philosophy. When you surround yourself with competent people, it's a lot. It's easier to lead, correct? Like, would anybody like to jump in and share some of their experience of working as a team? You want to select someone to?
Okay, I'm going to talk about this. First, we are all talented, but we have talent in different ways. For example, we are responsible for different applications because we are good at different ways. Okay, this is an obvious way to get a better make use of our knowledge in different areas. And then in the competition, for example, I am responsible for the reproducibility challenge and mystery application. And at the same time, I have my teammate. He mainly works for the reproducibility challenge, and he did the experiment. He wrote the report, and I'm going to check the paper and read through it and make some modifications. So he does the main work, and I'm going to support him. And on the other way, I'm responsible for other applications, and then another teammate will help me with that. So we work together to make use of everybody.
Excellent. So when you're all combining your talents and you're collaborating, you need to depend on each other, but you also can use tools to communicate, especially in a virtual scenario. So can you tell us a little bit about the tools that you use to work as a team?
Okay, actually, because we are all offline as campus now, so in the competition, we all gathered in a small room, and so that we can talk to each other face to face. And also, we use Slack and Google Groups and email to talk with the conference members and other team members from the other nations and other teams, and that's very useful.
Okay, Slack, Google Groups, email.
Yeah.
These are all tools that we're using. I want to ask, based on what you learned this year, being a virtual conference, are you planning on entering the competition next year? And if so, what would you do differently? Anything?
Yes.
Okay.
We are preparing for the competition next year, but as 4 of us are in the grade 4, we will retire after this competition. And Zeyu, Mingshu, they are still in grade 3. They will work as the core members of our team. And I believe they will be powerful next year and lead a fresh team.
Excellent. Correct me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Is it Yutian? Yutian?
Yutian.
Yutian? Okay, thank you. Yutian, I notice you're not in the same room. You're not on campus. So you're joining us from Beijing as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your role on the team?
I doing GrowMax with Zeyu, and I'm doing IO 500 in the benchmark.
Okay, one last question. I'm just curious, how did you get your team name, Team Diablo?
Actually, it's a long history, and I only know some of them. Some of the alumni says that it is a machine of our. It is a host name of one machine of our lab, and they use them as the team names. Since 1 year that a team name is required, and before that we only use the team of Tsinghua University.
Excellent. Well, congratulations to all of you. Before we wrap up, I just want to ask if there's any thank yous, kudos, or special shout outs that you have for anybody that you'd like to share before we sign off.
I'm going to thank Andy Howard and the committee for the 500 extra bonus in the course of the competition, because without this 500 bonus, we won't be able to complete the benchmark in such a high score.
And we'd also like to thank our three mentors who guide us through the competition.
All right, well, fantastic. And thank you all for your time and your hard work. Congratulations again on the big win. It's really been exciting to speak with you, Team Diablo from Tsinghua University and led by Chen Zhang. Thank you all, and I hope you have an excellent rest of the year. I look forward to meeting you, hopefully one day in person, maybe at the next SC conference. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.